Hello everyone, my name's Abhishek and welcome back to my channel. So recently I made a video on OpenRouter. I explained how to use open models with OpenRouter, and then a lot of people started asking me, Abhishek, can you make a video on OmniRoute? For people who are new to this, OmniRoute is an open source project. It got very popular recently because it claims to provide 1 billion tokens for free. In fact, 1.5 billion tokens for free, and it supports integration with Claude Code, Codex, Copilot, and other powerful coding agents. Now, obviously, when you get so much tokens for free, everyone would be interested in trying. So, in today's video, I'll explain you how to use OmniRoute, how to install it, how to create your first provider, and towards the end of this video, this is very important. I'll also cover, is OmniRoute secure? Can you use OmniRoute for your day-to-day activities? And most importantly, can you use it within your organization? So make sure you watch the video till the end. By the end of this video, you will be able to configure Claude Code or any other agent with OmniRoute, but you will also understand, is it secure and is it an enterprise friendly? Let's get started. So this is a GitHub repository. This is an open source project. This is backed by Kimi as well. Now they have detailed steps on how to install and configure it, but honestly, I did not find it useful. When I tried to configure it with Claude, I found the steps not very useful. So I'm going to share the steps, three simple steps that you can run on your terminal. The reason why I opened this GitHub repository is to show you this thing. This is what I was talking about. 1.53 billion free tokens. This is what they claim. Even if you're an active developer, you would not be using more than 50 million tokens. So this means unlimited AI with Claude Code, Codex, Copilot, any other coding agent. Now we will understand as we progress through this video, we'll actually understand if this is useful or not. Now let's go to the terminal. Let's start with our first step. This is the first command that you have to run. npm install or npm I -g followed by OmniRoute. Now this will take some time, especially if you are doing this for first time or if you haven't updated npm for a long time. I already have OmniRoute, so I'll just cancel it. Then step 2, run OmniRoute serve. Now this will open a user interface for you on your browser, on the local host. This will open the OmniRoute interface. For the first time, you just have to click on forget password and you can provide your new password and log into the platform. Then the next thing that you have to do, there are so many options here, but just go to the provider, because the purpose of OmniRoute, what this basically does, when you use it with Claude Code, now the simple architecture here is that you are using Claude Code. You make a request, maybe you write a prompt, Claude send this request to OmniRoute, and what this does, this will look for free providers over the internet. For example, Kiro AI has some free models, or anti-gravity has some free models, right? So what this does, this will look for all these providers or whatever the providers that you have configured. This will look at the free models that are available and forward your request to the free model. That is what OmniRouter does. Instead of Claude directly talking to your Anthropic models, it sends a request to the OmniRouter, and OmniRouter finds the free models on the internet and forwards your request to the free model. Once they have the response from the free model, it is sent back to your Claude. This is the whole thing. So that's why you can configure as many providers as you want. Let me show you how you configure a provider. Click on the provider. To make it easy, just click on free tier, so it becomes easy. You can only find the free providers, or start with Kiro. Trust me, I spent a lot of time on the platform. There are a lot of providers that are vague. You feel like your configuration is almost done, but when you go to Claude, when you run some prompt, you will not see any response. So better get started with Kiro because it is working at this moment. Now click on Kiro and click on add connection. You can go with your Google account. This is just sign in. Click on this and approve. Now this will set up a connection between OmniRoute and Kiro AI, right? Now what happened? Kiro AI becomes a provider of the OmniRoute. Now your Claude sends the request to Omni. Omni sends the request to the Kiro AI. Now the next thing that you have to do, you have to use the models within Kiro AI. Which models you want to use? Go back to Omni router. Just close this, refresh. Okay, you can see a bug here very clearly. We just configured the provider. It still shows no connection yet. We have to do it again. So there are some issues like this. Okay, let's do it again. We'll again click on the approve, device authorized, click on done, go back. Okay, this time it is successful. So we have the Kiro provider. These are the different models. The best thing that you can do, go with the auto mode. Or you can pick up a model, but because there are so many models that are available for free, we will go with the auto mode. Quick glance on the models that are supported. So your request can go to Sonnet, your request can go to Sonnet 4.5, Haiku, Minimax, Encoder, next model, which is very good. It can go to GLM5, DeepSeek 3.2 or 5.6 Luna as well. Some of these models are good. Now going back. Okay, so we are done with two steps. We install and configure OmniRoute. We installed and configured Kiro AI provider. Then we are left with one final step. We will use it with Claude. Make sure you are in the same directory. And here, create mkdir Claude. So create a directory called .claude. Within .claude, what you have to do is create this file called settings.json. Because you want to restrict it to your local when you are getting started, the best thing that you can do is, instead of creating the settings.json, just go with settings.local.json. Okay, so that you can be on the safe side even if something goes wrong. Then this JSON file. Okay, Anthropic API URL, localhost 2128/v1, Anthropic API key. This is where you can use your OmniRoute API key. How do you get this? Go back to the OmniRoute, create an API key. So just click on the API keys, create an API key, call it maybe Claude key, create API. Copy this and paste it here. Then the final thing, remove Claude free and just say auto followed by coding model. Okay. Now I told you the reason why we are using auto, so that instead of picking up a particular Kiro model, we will be sending the request to different available Kiro AI models, all the ones that I talked about. Now here, just type Claude. That's it. Your configuration is done. When you do /model, you will see auto coding is enabled. Let's say if you are using Opus previously, just use the down arrow and click on auto coding. Just say hi. If you see, this is taking time, tinkering, and it is taking time to get the response back. Just switch to the auto mode and it says, hi, ready to help. So we got the response, but it took 17 seconds to respond. This is one point to notice. Anyways, this is how you configure Claude with OmniRoute. Now, does this work? Yes, this works. As we saw, probably it took us 10 to 15 minutes. Now we have OmniRoute configured with Claude and we can keep using these models. If we want, we can switch from Kiro to other provider as well. Now let me talk about, is it enterprise ready or can you use it on day-to-day basis? There are some drawbacks. You should definitely consider these. Number one, this is slow. This is not as fast as using Claude directly. Number two, it does not have the frontier models. It has the open models. So if you're fine with the open models performance, that is still fine. You can still consider it. But security aspect of it, when I was using some of these providers, I started receiving notifications from Google, and also I see few things that are not very user friendly from security point of view. So I wouldn't recommend it to use within your organization at the production level. Probably if you're building a hobby project, I think it is fine. And most importantly, it claims to provide 1.53 billion tokens for free, but at this speed, now if it takes 17 seconds to respond to a high request, how will you even use 1 million tokens? Ignore about 50 million or 40 million. It is practically impossible to use more than 20 million tokens at this speed. So, does this work? Yes, this works. Is there any security issues? I personally see some security challenges. Can you use it for your day to day activity? If you're okay with this pace, if you're okay with the speed of these models, then you are good to use it. So, this is my take on OmniRoute. Anyways, I provided you the detailed steps. I'll also try to put them in the description. Thank you so much for watching today's video. See you all in the next one. Take care.